but I have been pretty much, okay. And that's just what's been my, and that's just, but, oh my gosh. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video is going to be just a quick one, giving you guys kind of an update on my weight loss and maintenance journey and kind of what some of my future goals are. So if you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get started. So if you guys have been following me for a little, you may know that I originally started my weight loss journey in April of 2020. I started at the heaviest weight I had hit that I had kept track of, and it was 252 pounds. I am 6 feet tall, just for some background info, but I hit the point where I really knew I needed to make a change with my habits, with how I was eating and drinking and everything like that. So I finally made the choice to start Weight Watchers and start taking care of my health. And in a year, I lost 70 pounds. Then after I hit my 70 pounds down, I pretty much maintained that weight loss. I've gained a little bit back, but I've also built a decent amount of muscle since then. But I've pretty much just been maintaining, and I've just been doing maintenance points and calories when I track and with what I'm eating each day. So I've pretty much just been maintaining my same weight for honestly years now. It, like I said, has fluctuated a little and gone up slightly from my lowest, but I've also continued weightlifting at the gym for the past few years, and that has helped me to still burn some fat and then build some muscle, which makes me weigh more, even though my body may look more toned. And I'll show you guys some pictures with the differences when I first hit 190 pounds or 180 pounds, and then what it looks like years after when I just stayed consistent with the gym, eating a good amount of protein and burning fat while building muscle. So even though I'm the same weight or even like a higher weight, I look a little bit more toned because I have more muscle. And that's just been my goals for the past few years. I've just been wanting to build muscle and maintain my weight loss. And now I just am feeling like I want to do something to change it up a little bit. So I feel like it's kind of gotten to the point where I've gotten pretty lax about things. And I know in the summer I'm more active, so it's a little bit easier for me to be a little bit more lax with like tracking and stuff. But I really am ready for a change and a little bit of a challenge. And I figured why not switch to weight loss mode in Weight Watchers and in my Fitness Pal, and kind of focus on still eating a lot of protein and fiber, but burning a little bit more fat while I'm still staying active and kind of showing a little bit more of the muscle that I've built. I still feel like I carry a decent amount of fat in my back area, and a lot of it is just like loose skin in my arms and stuff, but I do want to see what will happen if I do a calorie deficit for a little bit, and if I track with Weight Watchers in weight loss mode for a little. I just want to see what happens. If I start to feel too restricted and like I'm not eating enough, I'm gonna make a change and figure something out, but I'm just gonna see how it goes, because honestly, I feel like even just cutting a couple 100 calories a day could really make a difference. And I feel like I don't even think I would feel it that much if I still focus on 0-point foods, protein, fiber. So I honestly for so long have even put this off because I get really scared just with my channel and my following and everything. Anytime I do any type of change or anything like this, there's always gonna be opinions. And when it comes to like losing more weight or something, I feel like it's just kind of a touchy subject, even though my whole channel is around weight loss. I just don't want people to think that I'm doing it for anything other than myself and the reasons that I've just mentioned why I want to do it. I am so happy with my body. This is the strongest I've ever been in my entire life, and truly this is what I would consider like my dream body. I really do feel happy with it. But I do think there are things that I can challenge myself with and some improvements that I can make. Like I said, if I could lose a little bit more of the fat in my back, I know overall just decreasing my body fat percentage would help that. And I know that I have to be in a deficit to do that. So I just kind of want to see where that goes. So because of it, I'm switching my Weight Watchers app to weight loss mode. And I don't track with my Fitness Pal consistently, but for my what I eat in a week videos, I do use my Fitness Pal. So I'm going to switch that to weight loss and change my settings. And I'll quickly go over that with you guys, what I'm going to be doing for my new goals. So when I'm doing this, the most important thing is that I'm going to focus on 0-point foods, and I'm going to focus on getting a lot of protein, which with that comes getting a lot of fiber. But I want to focus on still getting a lot of protein because I'm still going to be working out at the gym and lifting weights and building muscle, but I am going to be in a calorie deficit. And I want to make sure that I'm still staying full and helping to repair those muscles when I am going to the gym and lifting. So I'm gonna pretty much follow Weight Watchers the way that I did in the peak of my weight loss. I have some different rules that I don't exactly follow, and I'll actually link that video in the description where I go over all the Weight Watchers rules that I don't technically follow, and it's just what works best for me. But going over a couple things, because I don't track my activity points, I keep some things in mind when it comes to like extra points that I eat throughout the day. So especially on like a day that I skate and I burn like 300 to 400 to 500 calories on a skate, then I'll have like an extra barbell and just not even track it. And I kind of count it as a wash because I'm not tracking my activity points, but I don't count that extra protein bar either because I just count it as a wash in my head. So it works for me, and that's what works best, to not have to track my activity points because I am pretty active with going to the gym and skating and trying to get steps in and stuff. And so for me personally, instead of obsessing over like getting points back for activities and stuff, I just have like one protein bar or like one protein shake that I just count as a wash throughout the day. That helps me to get more protein in to recover from that exercise. And it's not the same amount of calories that I just burned, but it is, of course, eating a few points back to make sure that I'm getting enough food in the day. So again, do what works best for you. I'm just sharing my journey and what works for me on my weight loss. And with my activity points that I get that I don't track, I just do a mental wash with some type of thing throughout the day that helps me to get more protein. Another thing that I do when I'm tracking with weight loss and just tracking in general is I don't always track sauces. So when it's like a Bolt House dressing and it's 1 to 2 points for the serving, I just don't track it. It's something that's always been like more tedious to me. I've gotten much better with finding lower point sauces and actually having proper portion sizes of them. So if I'm gonna have a couple points here and there of sauce, I don't get too worked up about it and I don't even track it. So that's another thing that just works for me on my journey, but that'll be something that I continue to do when I am tracking. So now that I've switched to weight loss mode in the Weight Watchers app, I am set to get 26 dailies. So again, I'm 6 feet tall, so I get more points even when I'm in weight loss mode. When I was in maintenance, I got 32. So I get 26 points and then I get 32 weeklies. And throughout my whole journey, my weigh-in day and weekly reset day has always been Tuesday. So I'm just gonna keep it that way because I just want it to be that way. So I don't know how consistently I'm gonna be weighing in throughout this process. And again, this might only go on for a month or two, just again, seeing how I feel, seeing if I see results and if it's worth it to me to be tracking in a deficit and on weight loss mode. It's just kind of experimenting and seeing how it goes. So I don't know how long it'll be going on, but I am probably gonna be weighing myself maybe once a week. I don't wanna focus too much on it though, because again, I'm still gonna be lifting weights and stuff, and I just don't wanna get too hung up on the scale. I'm not doing this to hit a certain number on the scale. If anything, I'm doing it to see if I can kind of show a little bit more of my muscle on my body. So it's gonna be more focusing on how I look and feel anyway. So I'm gonna be taking progress pictures. I should take measurements because that could help, but again, I don't know how long I'm even gonna be doing this. I think pictures are gonna be the most helpful for me, but I will probably do some weigh-ins. So I'll see how that goes and I'll keep you guys updated with that. But if I do, my weigh-in day is technically Tuesdays when my weeklies also reset. So I get 26 points on Weight Watchers and 32 weeklies. And then in my FitnessPal, I also changed the settings. So for my settings, what I did is I put my current weight, my goal weight. I said to lose 2 pounds a week, which I feel like is kind of high. I don't really even think I want to do that, but I'm just going to see what it is with these calories. I feel like this will line up the most with what the settings are for Weight Watchers for weight loss mode. So that's kind of why I just did them the same. Okay, then going to look at my calorie and macro goals, I have 1,760 calories set for the day, 176 carbs, 176 grams of protein, and 39 grams of fat. So I don't know if I'll even really stick to that. The most important one to me is protein, and I usually will try to get like 160 to 180, although I don't know how much more difficult it'll be now that I'm in a deficit and not at my maintenance calories. So I'm again just gonna play it by ear and see what I can do. I'm gonna still try to get as much protein in each day as I can. And fiber, I wanna get at least 25 grams. That hasn't changed, but I'm just gonna be tracking normal in weight loss mode, see what happens. I'm, like I said, gonna play it by ear. If I feel like I'm restricting too much or not getting enough food or I'm hungry, I will definitely adjust. But I just wanna kind of mix it up and see what I can do and kind of challenge myself a little. Along with this, I am really gonna focus on drinking a lot of water. That's another thing I feel like I've kind of gotten away from, is just focusing on getting enough water throughout the day. I still drink it, but it's just hasn't been enough. And so I need to just stay on track with drinking my 4 blender bottles a day. That's just what works best for me. It helps me to actually get it in. This is my second one for today, so I'm a little bit behind. So I need to keep drinking water. But that's gonna be a big goal of mine throughout this too. And then another thing that I wanna start doing that I've been doing the past couple weeks is just going out and doing a quick walk after dinner. I feel like it helps a lot with my stomach, with like some bloating and just digestion in general. And it helps me to get more steps in, because I really realized even if I do skate, I don't get enough steps in throughout the day because I'm usually home a lot and I'm not out like walking and stuff. So I've been trying to make more efforts to get more steps in, and that has really helped. So that's gonna be another goal of mine this month, is to just focus on after dinner, going out and doing a quick walk, taking the dogs out and getting some extra steps in, but mostly because it helps me to just feel better. That's kind of what I have coming up for me. That's just a little update on my weight loss journey. I've been maintaining, like I said, for years now, and it's felt really routine. I've been really consistent. Honestly, I've surprised myself with how consistent I've stayed with this routine, but it's just because it works so well for me and it's just sustainable for my lifestyle and what I enjoy, and it just works for me now. So anyway, I've kind of felt like I want to challenge myself a little bit and see what I can do. So this is what I'm going to be doing, and just a little update on my weight loss and maintenance journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'd love to hear an update on your journey, where you guys are at, if you're feeling kind of the same, like maybe you've been maintaining for a while and you kind of want to mix it up, or you just feel like you need to get back on track and stay consistent with tracking because you've kind of gotten away from it. That's kind of just how I've been feeling. And I feel like a little bit more structure like this and kind of just getting back to the basics will really help. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.